What's up? What's up?
Hello, welcome to Pick Central. My name is Brandon Walker. I am here at my house in the Walker Palatial Estate here in beautiful suburban New Jersey. I love you all. Thank you for listening. To my below me is Marty Musch, and to my right is sitting in a parking lot of a DXL somewhere in the tri-state region is Big Av. And Big Av, can you explain to me what exactly you're doing?
Brandon, I've had the busiest morning. I've been up since like 8, just all the place. I need to buy pants. I had to go get my tux. I had to go get fitted for my tux. They need to make adjustments. They got to get some shit flown in for tomorrow so I can re-pick it up. Now I'm in the parking lot of a DXL because my girlfriend's inside buying me pants while I'm doing the show. I gotta get a haircut right after this.
If I was anyone watching this show and I heard Big Ev say, I've been up since 8 o'clock, I'd shoot myself.
I've had the busiest morning. I've been up since 8. I'm like, what?
Because I know, Big Ev, I'm with you. 8 o'clock's early now. I'm with you.
And honestly, I really was up at like 7. I was out of my house at 8.
Okay.
I had to go to CVS and get stuff. I'm all over the place. I'm getting wedding cards. I'm just being a groomsman is hard work. I got to go to dinner and church and rehearsal dinner and all this.
Oh no, not dinner.
You're doing this all on Friday. The wedding's Sunday.
Well, he blessed us with giving us a free Saturday. I know the rehearsal dinner is usually the day before. He did us a solid, and it's one of our best friends in the groomsman party. It's his birthday tonight. There's just a lot going on.
Can I tell you a secret from a married man? That guy's setting himself up for failure in future years, putting his anniversary on Valentine's Day, because he's going to think in the early years he's going to get one gift and it's going to be enough. But when they've been married for 7 or 8 years, he's going to start wanting 2 gifts. I promise you.
That's possible. She's a good girl, good woman. She's a cougar.
I'm sure she's a delightful woman, and I hope they have a long life together. Just the Valentine's Day wedding is going to backfire on any man.
No, it's fair. So I guess in their defense, the wedding was supposed to be in September originally. Obviously, COVID pushed it back. Very nice venue in Jersey, the Venetian. And I guess the only date they could do that would be pretty much in 2021 was on Valentine's Day, and he took it.
All right. Sweet tea again?
What is it?
You drinking sweet tea again?
Oh, yeah. Do you think I stopped? I never stopped drinking sweet tea.
I thought you cut it off.
Yeah, she sweetens it with Splenda now instead of sugar. So stevia, I'm sorry, stevia, not Splenda, excuse me. She sweetens it with stevia, not sugar, which probably still going to kill me, just a different way. So Ben Mintz will be here shortly. They actually timed a video in the office right at 12 because they don't like this show. So he'll be here shortly. I'm here. Marty Musch is here. Big Ev is here, and we'll get started. Marty, did you have something to say there?
Nope. I was just when branded content Rob comes to you, it's like it's now and never. You can never say, "Hey, I got a show."
It's unbelievable. It is very unbelievable. So, all right, we got a lot to talk about. The picks have been subpar. I think Big Av is now in the league. No, somebody else is in the league. Rico's now in the league.
Rico had a good day yesterday.
Yeah, Rico took the lead. He's 14-17. He was 4-0 yesterday. He's down 3 units. Big Ev down 4.9 units. Marty Musch down 10 units. Big Cat down 2.3 units. I'm down 12.15 units, and Ben Mintz down 13 units. We all, as a group, need to get together, and I don't know if it's positive vibes. I don't know if it's affirmations. What do we need to do? Do we need to go all out and get laid together? I don't know what needs to happen. We need to be able to get better as a group.
You want to know what I think we need? I think we need Stu's dinner. I think that's what we need.
I think you're right. Do you think we need to go to dinner with Stu, or we just need to have him on the show?
Both. I think we need to have him on the show and tell him we need dinner.
And definitely when he comes on the show, it does jolt us a little bit. And it's like, you know what? Life isn't that bad. I can win. I can do this. And I also tweeted yesterday that I won because I did win on my own. I didn't bet the game at 10:30 in the morning here, and I got it at 2.5. That was a hell of a win. I don't care if it's a push here. I'm just happy.
Also, when Stu is on, last time Stu was on, Stu told Marty flat out he was going to lose. He was a loser, and he was going to lose his one-bet challenge, and Marty immediately lost it in the next 3 days.
Yeah, I also couldn't actually only bet one game a day.
No, right? Nobody thought you could.
No, yeah, it wasn't even close. On Tuesday, on Wednesdays and Thursdays, I could, but when it came to Saturday, I had nothing else to do after 12 o'clock.
Here's my take: it's easier to bet 0 games in a day than to bet 1 game in a day.
Fact.
I would agree for sure.
Because if you lose that game, you're trying to get back. You win it, you're trying to double it.
If you decide, if you're in a spot where you need to sit out and you make the mature decision to go ahead and sit out, you're fine, and you don't pay attention to stuff. But if you got 1 game out there, that means you're watching highlights, you're watching sports, you're in the mix, and the mix just grabs you by the neck and says, "Hey, look over here, minus 4. What do you think about that?" I'm like, "Oh, I like that." Yeah. And the mix runs my life.
Did Rico go 4-0 last night?
Rico went 4-0 last night.
I cannot believe he's not here today.
Well, apparently his deal, his magical deal, which I still want to see the paperwork. I think it was written by a unicorn. I don't know what his deal is. He says he can't be here today, so he's not here today.
I thought he would have done anything in his power just to show up. And the funny thing is, though, he's definitely listening.
Oh, he's watching. Don't rule out just joining.
Yeah.
1,000%.
Just as go, and he'll text us what? Yeah, I'm not going to talk about my 4-0. You're not going to talk about it
because this isn't we're not in the office, so we're all just on the internet. So he could just at a moment's notice pick up his computer and be with us like that.
Literally doing what Big Ev's doing on his phone.
Actually, now that I think about it, why the fuck isn't he here? Because his excuse for not being here usually is he can't come to the office.
I'm in a strip mall parking lot, Brandon.
I thought you meant strip club parking lot for a second.
Me too.
It's noon.
That'd be better. I'm just looking at Chipotle and Burlington Coat Factory and Kohl's. That's all I'm seeing.
Somewhere where you can park in a parking lot. I take that for granted. In my whole life, I could just drive somewhere, park my car, get out and go. Now I'm in this freaking city. You got to either park in 7 streets over or you got to park and pay $40 for parking.
What do you mean you could just park your car and go?
Meaning, if I wanted to go to a store, I'd drive to the store and I would park there. Answer it. Just answer it. Put it on speaker.
Hello, Rico.
Not only did I go 4-0, 3 of them were blowouts. I was laying 4.5, 1, and 2, and I won by fucking a combined 90. So put that on the record. But I gotta go. You only get my minute. So Rico minute. Have a great weekend. Make sure Ev is giving the bride and groom drinks. That's my only tip.
I'll put $5 on it right now. He will call back before the end of the show.
I mean, he is listening to the beginning of the show. Just go on your phone, Rico.
Yeah, I don't understand. He's got to go. This is the Rico minute. That wasn't even a minute. That was 15 seconds.
I think Rico was trying to make a case that his 4 wins because they were blowouts. They should count as 10.
Yeah, that's
basically it might as well just be 12 now.
I mean, a win's a win, all right? You don't have to go. You don't have to spike the football. It's not like he's still 3 units down. He's still the tallest puppy in a litter full of mutts here. I mean, there's no real win for him. He just went 4-0 yesterday. So whatever. It's Rico.
Smartest guy on the short bus.
Smartest guy on the short bus. That's a good way to put it. All right, so we got a lot of sports to talk about. Deion has responded to Marty Musch's bullshit, and Deion has called it out for what it is and said, "You're crazy, and I will beat you in every single thing that I can beat you in." Marty Musch, your response to Deion saying that you are trash and your roommate even backing Deion.
Oh, yeah, let me tell you, I'm on 2 back-to-back shows here, Walk the Line, Pick Central, and I got no support from any of my friends.
It's Deion Sanders.
53-year-old Deion Sanders, and Big Ev, I'm not doing – I saw your tweet just actually 20 minutes ago from yesterday. We're not doing backyard games. I'm not doing loopholes. We're not doing cornhole. Ping pong, maybe. Ping pong's okay.
That's a ping pong. It's in the Olympics. My thing was when I saw all of a sudden we're talking about these kind of backyard games, I was like, we can't let Marty do this. We can't let him say he's better at sports. And then all of a sudden it goes from sports to they're playing Jenga darts, even though I think he'd still probably beat you in darts. He'd probably beat you in most of these games. Deion, to me, is just, even though he's obviously he's a phenomenal athlete, so there he's got you already. But he's a phenomenal competitor. Like, I love the way, I said it yesterday, how he's basically, if you run a 4.7, he'll run a 4.6. You run a 4.8, he'll run a 4.7. Whatever you run, he will just run faster. Whatever you do, if you basketball, you score 9, he'll score 15. Like, it just doesn't, he will just find a way to win.
That's
like,
what
I just think you will have, you're a solid, for the average Joe, you're a good athlete. And I think you have another gear that you can turn on. But I think he has about 7 gears that he can turn on.
It's going to be challenging. I think that I can definitely. I'm still confident in myself. But if everyone watching right now live and listening later, tweet at me the 7 sports that are fair. Because right now we have home run derby.
Smoke you.
What is it? How do you say tentatively?
That's fine. You said it.
The 40.
Yep.
Ping pong.
All right. At best, you're 2-1 now.
And I think I'm going to be a man of honor and give him one-on-one routes. I'm going to lose that bad. That's 4 sports.
I think you got to play one-on-one basketball.
He said no to that. He said that he got his nickname Prime in basketball. He said it's not even worth his time.
Which I don't understand, because why would he say that one at the time and he would run the 40 against you? I feel like the 40, you should just go ahead and count that as a loss right now.
No, I think he's slowed down a bit.
All right. Okay. Fine.
Hey,
But what do you have? Do you bowling?
There's 3 more sports. I don't know what we could do.
Golf?
I think you got to play like tennis or something that neither of you have played.
I think
tennis. Throw a curveball in there.
I think tennis and golf have to be on there.
See, golf. Obviously, I don't know this golf game.
Are we talking about a round of golf? Are we talking about a long drive competition?
3 holes.
That's not enough.
I think it's got to be 9. I think 9 holes.
9 holes.
I just know, I'm not going to get Deion Sanders to, that guy's busy as fuck. I'm not going to get him 9 holes to do.
Like I've said, Deion Sanders is a competitor. He will put time aside to whip your ass.
All right. I think tennis is good. He said he's played tennis before. I'm not bad at tennis.
Again, it's one of the great athletes of all time.
I mean, can you even do hockey?
No, don't. It's a whole different animal that you. I mean, I don't know how well you can skate. I don't know. Obviously, I don't know how well he can skate either. I wouldn't imagine he skated a ton. I wouldn't imagine you skated a ton.
I feel like if you put hockey on the list, Deion would just say, "Okay, you win hockey," and you just have one in your you win.
Yeah, I think so too.
If hockey's in it, then you have to play basketball.
Yeah, no, I think so too. I think that I want to put it in his court of what he wants to do, and I will show up and do it.
Well, that's a very good point. We're thinking about this. It's Deion Sanders against Marty Musch. Whatever 7 sports Deion Sanders wants to play is what we're going to do. Let's not forget that these two have the same amount of stroke as far as figuring out what the sports are.
And I'm also just an absolute – I'm already in the bag because I got to go to Jackson, Mississippi.
Well, hey, that's God's country. It's a beautiful place. You'll eat good. You'll eat fried catfish. I want to go with you. Can I go?
Yeah, you can go.
Okay, good. Appreciate it. Thanks for giving me permission to go to my own home state. All right. So we'll have a huge college basketball slate tomorrow. I kind of wish Rico was here so we could talk about this, but Marty's here. That's good enough. Marty is half of one of the 2 college basketball podcasts here at Barstool. I don't know which one's doing better than the other. So listen to B-Mob or listen to B-Mob, whichever.
Ours is doing better.
Is it?
Just by pure rankings, yes.
All right. So tomorrow you got Oklahoma, West Virginia, number 12 against number 14. You got Villanova, number 5 against Creighton, number 19. And you have Texas Tech, number 7 against Baylor. Baylor really – I knew Baylor was good all along. They're number 2 team in the country. But when I thought they were going to win the national title, when I thought they were that good, is when they went to Texas. I believe they went to Texas Tech a couple of weeks ago, and it just wasn't. It wasn't close.
Stop for a second.
Okay.
I think it's postponed.
What's supposed? Baylor and Texas Tech.
Yeah.
Is Michigan playing on Saturday? Are they back Saturday?
I think
I saw they were supposed to play Wisconsin. I think.
because their first game, they're playing Wisconsin Sunday.
Oh, Sunday.
Yeah, they were supposed to play Illinois on Thursday, but they're playing Wisconsin back. But then they play Ohio State next Sunday too. So
can I just say something? And I don't want to say this, but it needs to be said. What happens when we get to the tournament and teams have these issues?
So we talked about this on Bench Mob. It was like I personally think that there's $600 million and they're just gonna hush and that guy's not gonna play that game.
They can't not have a tournament again. I agree. I mean, it's too much. It's too much money. It's too much. So they're going to have the tournament. I mean, we forced through college football. We're forced through college basketball. But just in the perfect world, you just keep hoping that these issues kind of just start going away. But now we're in the middle of February, and Baylor and Texas Tech, the marquee game of the weekend, looks like it might be postponed. So that stinks.
Yeah, but if you think about it, so selections. It's obviously Selection Sunday. And and most of the teams that won their conference or already know, like at large, they're going to be in Indiana already. So that gives them what? That gives them 5 days of quarantining to their first game. Some of them 6. So getting tested that many times and getting people out of there if they're having it, I don't know. It just hopefully, because I mean, football was a shit show. The Browns almost couldn't fucking play. And but that's the problem is that was a week apart from each other. This is fucking 2 days.
Yeah.
It almost makes you wonder if they really should have conference tournaments, if they should just take that week off and just go right in the tournament. So you have like a 2-week period of quarantine for every team to get ready.
Yeah, but but all these bad blue bloods are going to bitch because that's the opportunity to make a push.
Yeah.
For the Dukes of the world and all that's the opportunity to make that push for, and not even just the blue bloods, just a bunch of teams. That's kind of your chance, like an Ole Miss even's kind of in that spot. That's came off the top of my head. There's a few teams like that have kind of been playing well lately and are kind of on that bubble. And the conference tournament's like your chance to kind of make that final. And
push. even not even just the blue bloods, like these mid majors who there's not always those clear cut like Gonzaga's in the mid major. Like there's fucking good teams that are gonna battle and that lose their chance. But it is a good question because that gives them 2 weeks to quarantine pretty much.
Yeah. And I'm almost certain Kentucky's going to win the SEC tournament.
I was going to ask, do you think Kentucky and Duke make a run for the tournament?
For sure, Kentucky. I mean, they have the talent. They'll, and they always own the tournament. Now, their big thing is there won't be fans there, and Kentucky usually overwhelms the SEC tournament because their fans outnumber the others 10-1. But yeah, they're going to. If there's an SEC tournament, I guarantee you Kentucky either makes the finals or at least gets very, very close.
That's the thing with the SEC and ACC; they're both obviously not that great of conferences, so those teams can skate by. I could see Duke making a little bit of a run. I think they're both still really bad, but I think it definitely make a run in that conference.
I woke up this morning singing "Stacy's Mom Has Got It Going On," and I can't get it out of my head.
Yeah, it's been stuck in my head since you guys started singing it.
Yeah, it's just a fun song. What?
I said you were just singing it all like when we were backstage before the show went live.
Stacy's mom. I mean, it's so catchy. All right, this weekend not only do you have a huge slate in college basketball in Daytona, Florida, you have NASCAR Super Bowl. They start the season with it. It is the biggest NASCAR event of the year, the biggest race of the year. It is the Daytona 500 down there in Florida, 2:30 Eastern time on Fox on Sunday afternoon. Be sure to watch that. Be sure to check it out. It's going to be 200 laps, 500 miles of thrills and awesomeness. And if you're in Michigan, if you're in Pennsylvania right now, you've got the Barstool Sportsbook app. You can go online and you can bet. You can play the race any way you want to. NASCAR is a fun race to get in on the front end and to live bet as the race changes throughout. You can live bet. It is a fun experience. More states will be added soon for Barstool Sportsbook mobile betting. But right now, Michigan, Pennsylvania, be sure to check in on the Daytona 500, 2:30 Eastern time on Fox, and go ahead and play that race because it is some kind of fun. All right. What else we got? So we got a lot. All right. Texans have released J.J. Watt. The Texans have whoa. Okay, the Odaniacs Power Rankings Week 3 have been released.
Whoa.
This is huge. This is gigantic. So I got
Odaniacs is such a funny fucking thing.
I've never okay, so it's all the way up to 50. I'm 38. I made the list.
50 people?
50 people. 38. I'm 38. Let's see.
He's got a first 4 out, this guy.
Oh, wow. I don't even know who these people are.
I don't know who Cody Lands is.
Who's Meatballs?
I don't know. How did you make it?
I'm just nice to the guy. I'm just nice to everybody in the office.
Okay. I'm nice to fucking O'Day. I don't think O'Day even looks at me anymore.
Well, there you go. I don't think he likes you.
Bed gang?
Who's Bed Gang?
I don't fucking know. This guy, I don't even have 50. I wouldn't be able to have 50 people on my list.
Is Bed Gang Caller Daddy fans?
Maybe.
I don't know.
I want to say that. I have no idea. I was going to make a wild guess. I have no clue.
You think Bed Gang you think Bed Gang makes it seem like you have sex a lot, or you just sleep all the time?
If you have to call yourself bed gang, it's probably sleep. You're probably not getting
I
pussy.
want to start a group that sleeps minimum 11 hours a night, and we're going to be Bed Gang.
Glenny Balls does that.
I was going to say, Glenny Balls once, a fun fact, he once stayed up for 16 hours straight.
16 hours straight, bro. That's crazy.
That was the funniest tweet because he meant it so earnestly. Like, he wasn't kidding at all.
And he probably exaggerated.
Some guy in the parking lot just pulled up to me and just gave me a big thumbs up. I'm not sure if he was watching the show or I don't know what's going on.
That would be kind of funny.
You're probably about to get robbed.
He literally just pulled up in front of me and gave me a big thumbs up and was like, "Yeah, like let's." I don't know what reason that would be. I'm literally just sitting here on my phone.
Did you give a thumbs up?
What?
Holler Bed Gang out the window.
Bed gang.
Bed Gang. Bed Gang. 11 hours sleep.
What people are saying on Twitter, they're just so dumb. They're like, oh, the Texans are falling apart. They've released J.J. Watt. It's like they didn't release J.J. Watt. He asked them to, and they were like, you know what, sure. Like he didn't want to play for them. It's pretty much what Deshaun Watson doing, but he wants to trade.
All right, yeah. So I got a big issue with what Pro Football Talk did. They put out tweets saying Deshaun Watson asked for a trade, nothing. J.J. Watt asked for a release, and they do it immediately. And the implication was there because it was some sort of race issue. J.J. Watt is a 32-year-old, over-the-hill, often injured defensive lineman who gave everything to the franchise, but his time as a top-level superstar is over. Deshaun Watson is a 25-year-old quarterback who has not yet entered his prime, who's going to be a top-5 quarterback in this league for the next 5 to 10 years. There's much more value in him. You really got to see – I mean, you got to exhaust everything you got. Yeah, there you go. Deshaun Watson asked to be traded. Crickets. J.J. Watt asked to be released with the team getting nothing in return. Immediate compliance. There's two different things. Deshaun Watson's value is 1,000 times higher than what J.J. Watt's value is this year.
That's the dumbest tweet I've ever seen. There's 25 teams right now that would drop their quarterback for Deshaun Watson. 25 teams. And J.J. Watt, you know what? It's like, all right, it's the name is cool. He was fucking awesome 3 years ago. He gets hurt all the time. And like that's just how stupid Twitter is. They're all just fucking dumb. Why they don't want to trade their quarterback because that's the piece that no one really has.
See, Pro Football Talk, I feel like they're just at this point to me, I feel like I just know them for this kind of clickbait. Like us talking about that right now is exactly what they wanted. Like I don't even think they honestly believe in that tweet. Honestly, in their heart, that was just pure clickbait, pure clicks, just trying to get attention. That's all that is.
100%. Everyone's like, "Oh, the Texans just released." It's like, bro, they mutually agreed, and like he just wanted the fuck out of there because they don't need him anymore. They want to rebuild, obviously.
Because obviously, Pro Football Talk is smart enough to know exactly what Brandon said. That clearly Deshaun Watson's value is 1 million times higher than a 32-year-old injury-prone defensive end over a 25-year-old stud prime quarterback.
Marty, and I agree with you that the Texans are not falling apart because they lost J.J. Watt. The Texans are falling apart. The Texans are shedding parts. They're having to do a total rebuild, but them losing J.J. Watt isn't really part of that. I mean, the time for J.J. Watt at Houston just came to an end. He was injury prone. He had a great run there. He's going to go somewhere. He's going to make some money for a couple of years, and he'll ride off in the sunset. Now the Texans have they got to figure out if they're going to keep Deshaun Watson and try to make him happy through whatever they can do, or They got to maximize what they get from Deshaun Watson. They start all over.
That's what I'm saying. So like the Jets, right? They're rebuilding, obviously, and they don't have like if they get say they get Fields, they would pay millions of dollars for Fields to be what Deshaun Watson is now. So why would the Texans give up something that people are trying to draft and do every day?
Yeah, no, it's crazy, and I do think. Do y'all think Deshaun Watson? He's going to get traded. I think it's got to be the Jets or the Dolphins. They have the most to gain. The Jets probably have a little semi leg up. I don't know if Deshaun Watson would want to play in New Jersey because he does have final say. He has a no trade clause. I personally think he should go play in Miami because that's who I'm a fan of.
Wait, Brendan, do you think the Jets have a leg up to trade over the Dolphins?
Well, they have the Jets have the number 2 pick. The Dolphins have the number 3 pick. I think the Jets also have Sam Darnold, who I think has probably a little bit more value than Tua Tagovailoa.
I guess I probably would slightly disagree. I feel like I'd rather give Tua a shot just because he's so much younger. I'm just not a Darnold believer.
But he isn't so much younger. Like he's younger, but Darnold's still young.
No, but what's Darnold been in 3 or 4 years? 3 years?
Yeah, it's. I personally think Sam Darnold's probably a better quarterback than Tua Tagovailoa, and that's why I say the Jets have a slight leg up. But maybe I'm wrong, and I don't know what the Texans think about either of those quarterbacks. But you're at worst, you're probably going to get. The Dolphins have 2 first-round picks. I don't know if the Jets have 2, but I know they have the number 2 pick. So at worst, you're going to get the number 2 pick, a young quarterback, and then at least maybe a number 1 pick next year, a number 2 pick next year, something like that. The Dolphins have a ton of picks. The Dolphins have a ton of picks and Tua. I just think the Jets have. I think Darnold is greater than Tua in this circumstance to me.
Did you see that a lot of the mock drafts now don't have Fields going to the Jets?
A lot of them have him going as the 4th quarterback.
I saw yesterday. I saw him. I don't know who I saw. I saw Fields number 2, and then I saw Zach Wilson number 4, and the Dolphins going with Jamar Chase number 3.
I was seeing Wilson going 2.
And I also saw Devontae Smith going like 12 or 14. And if that happens, Stephen Shea is going to have a victory lap around the office.
Yep. I saw the Giants, Big Eb. They were getting I forget who is Pitts going?
Yeah, Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, I think it was Pitts that we were going with, which I wouldn't be mad at.
I keep seeing
Big Eb's gone.
a ton of teams saying we're going to take Jalen Waddle, or a ton of mock drafts. I mean,
so I think the Giants definitely need a weapon.
For sure, need a weapon.
And I think I've seen a lot of Giants fans not want Kyle Pitts because Evan Ingram kind of, I don't know if he busted, but Evan Ingram is a very frustrating player to root for because he looks like he should be better than he is, and when he does get open, he drops the pass. But Kyle Pitts is a different animal entirely. If you can get Kyle Pitts, I think you get it.
1,000%. He's not. I don't think you could compare him to Evan Ingram.
Plus, Evan Ingram went that.
He's so much bigger. He's so much taller.
Yeah, 100%.
Evan Ingram stinks.
We need some weapon. Our defense is fine right now. We need offensive line and we need a fucking weapon.
Are you guys like me? So the Dolphins have the number 3 pick, and I understand how you build a football team. But whenever my team has a number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pick real high, I get so disappointed when it's an offensive lineman.
Oh, when the Giants, it's I know, I understand it, but it fucking sucks.
Yeah, it's like getting underwear for Christmas. Like you got to have it.
Yes.
But when you're unwrapping paper, you don't want it to be underwear.
Like my favorite, I know, like drafting a running back really high isn't that smart, but when we got Saquon, it was just cool to have a name. Like it was just a nice name to have, not just from fucking huge bastard from Georgia or Auburn I'm not gonna really care about, even though I know we need them.
Yeah, even though you actually know that an offensive lineman there would be a much better pick than Saquon Barkley.
So much better. But it was just nice to be like, we got Barkley. It's sick.
I remember the Saquon draft day, just drinking my face off in celebration, and now 5 years later, 4 years later, horrible pick. And he's a good player, but it's just not a good pick.
No, it's not a good pick. But like even like the Browns, when you hear like you got OBJ, you got Landry, just a bunch of names, but I just like having names.
I love a good name.
Yeah.
That's why I won't. That's why everybody wants to sign J.J. Watt, right?
I would love the Giants to sign J.J.
adore
Watt.
it. I would adore it.
Isn't it crazy that when the Texans had J.J. Watt and Clowney, were like, holy fuck, they're not going to be able to do anything as a quarterback. I think they were the worst fucking defensive line ever. And didn't they have who is his name? What was his name? Was on there too. The fucking huge fuck.
Vince Wilfork.
He was on the Pat. Wilfork?
Vince Wilfork.
Yeah, he was there
Wilfork,
too.
yeah.
And like, holy fuck, no one's going to get through that. They were the worst.
But Clowney's a great example. Clowney's a great name. You see Clowney, you're like, oh, it's time now. We're ready to go. Clowney's never done anything to earn that at all.
Nope. I'll still take him though.
He had one really good hit in the ball game.
Yeah.
Yeah, in 2011 against Michigan. All right, so what else we got? Zach Wilson, I don't know if you saw this on Twitter. BYU quarterback Zach Wilson. Now they're starting to wonder, is he going to be a good pick? Does he fail leadership? Because apparently BYU had 8 captains, and he was not one of them.
Bo Callahan.
Bo Callahan was,
not a leader.
None of us in his birthday party.
He was he wasn't a captain, but he was on the leadership council.
Which makes me wonder. First of all, BYU is all 28-year-old guys with 3 kids. How do you get on the leadership council without being a captain?
I don't know.
I agree. It just makes zero sense.
All right, so now that I think about it, okay, so on this show, the leadership council is going to be me and Big Ev. But who's going to be the captain?
Me.
Oh, you're not the captain.
I was Were you guys ever a captain?
No, I've never been. I was never a captain.
It's captain for 3 years in college.
3 years? You were captain as a sophomore?
Like an assistant captain, yeah. But I was captain.
No, wait. There's no such thing as an assistant captain.
Yeah, there is.
There's a captain.
You A in your jersey?
We don't put A's and C's on your jerseys in baseball, but I was an assistant captain. I was captain for junior and senior year.
Marty, you got Dwight Schrute. They just told you a made-up position. You weren't actually an assistant captain.
I was captain junior and senior year, though.
Did you have the C on your shirt?
No, you can't. You don't know who puts a C in baseball.
Didn't Derek Jeter?
No.
Nah, not a C. I think Derek that kind of C, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think he did too, but most baseball players don't put C's on their jerseys.
I would put C on my jersey.
I would lie. I wanted to. They wouldn't let me.
Actually, we need to make Walter Line shirts with C's on them.
Well, you already do that. Oh no, we do that for Pick Central. When Pick Central goes live, it's Pick Central with Brandon Walker.
That's what. Well, I mean, I'm the host of the show. I am the straw that stirs the drink. I am everything that that this show revolves around.
Yep.
What else we got? Hold on, I got it. In fact, I just need to make a real quick change. If you guys can just bear with me.
Also, just to warn you guys, my phone might die. Just so everyone's aware.
Big Abbott. With the way your reception's been picking up, I'm hoping your phone does die.
Is my reception that bad?
Yeah.
Pretty bad.
I apologize. I'm trying
No,
my
it's all
best.
right. I appreciate the effort of being here. Rico ain't here. Ben Mintz ain't here, so I appreciate the effort.
I tried to plug my phone into the car to charge it just before, and it just brought the audio to the car, which that was an issue. So I unplugged it, but I'm under 10% and I'm struggling.
I can't wait for that phone to die.
It's coming soon.
All right, so Marty, look what my name says.
Yeah, I saw the captain.
The captain. Yeah.
I'll be the assistant captain.
Assistant to the captain. All right. So if Zach Wilson is, yes, we saw the Trevor Lawrence throw. We'll get to that in a second.
I don't care about that throw.
He looks good in shorts. It's almost 6'6".
That's an impressive throw.
I mean, all right, let's watch it.
Well, TJ just wanted to do this, and I like that.
I do like this about this show.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's a decent throw, although the setup seemed a little bit long.
So long, first of all. And these throws, they're great, but
Go back. I want to see how far he threw that ball. Go back a little bit. All right, so he's standing on the
35.
He's going to be
Now he's on the 25.
standing on the 25. He throws it from the 25. He throws it from the 25, and the guy catches it at the 15. So that's
a lot of
60
yards.
yards. That's 60 yards in the air.
Okay, but like, does this really, really impress you? It's like, if you're going to be the number one overall, there's no defense, there's no nothing. I want you to be able to make that throw.
No, it doesn't really impress me. But it's just, I know that Trevor Lawrence can make that throw in a game. That's what impresses me.
Yeah, and that's why it's like, you know what? I don't care because I know he's fucking awesome. What the fuck is he doing? Jerking off a mic?
What are you doing, Mitzi?
Nothing, man. Doing good. How are y'all?
What's up, fellas?
What's up, fellas? Freaking Friday. Good spirits.
Yeah, not football Friday. It's our first non-football Friday. It's I guess college basketball Friday. I don't know.
I can comfortably wear an XL T-shirt Friday for the first time in years. So I'm in
good for you.
Yeah.
Go, Mincy.
Go.
Hi, boy.
How much weight did you lose?
I don't know. It's a team thing, but we're doing good. So we just wait as a team, but there's good progress on our team. So good spirits.
All right, good stuff. Fantastic. So we were talking about Zach Wilson, BYU not being a captain, and none of us think that's a big deal. So I'm going to lay this out to you guys right now. If we were the draft room of a team and we could draft football players from fictional football players from movies, who's your number one pick? Do you go with the quarterback who might have some issues like Shane Falco? Do you go with Willie Beeman? Do you go with pass rush? Do you go with Becky the Icebox? What do we do here?
I'm going to be complete. I didn't know all three people you just said.
All right, guys.
Willie Beeman any given Sunday?
Willie Beeman's from Any Given Sunday. Yeah, Shane Falco is from The Replacements. You don't know Becky the Icebox from Little Giants?
Oh, I know that. I haven't seen Little Giants in a while. I haven't seen the other two movies.
Can't you just let me have this and not ruin it?
I'm not trying to ruin it. I just wanted to make sure.
Brandon, what about any of the guys from the program, the running back from the program, or the juiced up linebacker?
Alvin Mack. Alvin Mack, who wanted to kill everybody.
I like the running back from The Longest Yard.
Nelly?
Yeah.
You like Nelly?
Maybe a healthy Boobie Miles, even though running backs are devalued right now. But
Boobie Miles is dirty.
Is unbelievable.
I think a healthy Alvin Mack's a good one too because he also got hurt. Julius Campbell from Remember the Titans, I could shore up a rush with that. I don't know, but I think if you got to go, there's always Vontae Mack no matter what.
I think I'm going with him. Yeah. I think Vontae Mack's the way to go.
Paul Crow wasn't
there. A sleeper, I think, is the tight end for the replacements. You want to talk about hands? The guy hands. The deaf guy.
The tight end from wasn't he deaf?
Yeah, but he was unbelievable. They said he would have been a first-round pick if he could hear.
Well, but if he can't hear, you can't hear. Right.
Yeah, but just tell him just sign to him to play.
Yeah, but if you just imagine, like, with the first pick, the pick central takes the tight end from the replacements, and he just sits there, he doesn't move.
Well, I guess not first overall, but I thought he was a sleeper for value. He might be a great second rounder. Guys out there making one-handed catches, he was unbelievable.
Hey, Big F, I appreciate your effort today. I thank you for it. It's been awesome. Thank you for doing what you're doing. The phone's too bad. I think we got to let you go.
All right, I apologize. I had no idea how bad it was. I couldn't tell.
Do not apologize. Do not apologize at all. The fact that you did it from a parking lot is incredible, and we appreciate it greatly. I'm just, it's just a little rough.
All right, have a good one, boys. I'll hop off. My picks will be on at the end.
No. Good luck with the wedding. Is he sad? I didn't mean to make him sad.
No, not sad.
He's not sad. He's fine.
All right.
No, I can take the heat. I'm good.
Have fun, Big F. Thank you, man.
Appreciate it, guys. God bless.
Oh, he ended up with God bless. That's so classy.
No, we had to. People listen to it as a podcast, and it's choppy.
It was a little rough. Yeah, and when Mintz wasn't here, once we got the third guy in Mintz, we could afford it.
Just walk the line again.
Yeah, I did not want to do walk the line. No, I don't think there's anybody involved that wanted to do that.
Brandon, what are you excited about your Florida trip? I mean, dude, that's Triple H tweeting out stuff. That's pretty damn big deal.
Dude, that was awesome yesterday. So it happened during the show. We didn't get to really talk about it, but Triple H during their conference call said that Brandon Walker of Barstool Sports will be coming, and he will be actually, we could probably play the audio, but he'll be coming and he'll be doing the pre-show, and it's good to get some it's good to get some perspective, some fresh perspective, and that's awesome. I'm going to buy me a suit jacket today. I'm going to buy me a sports coat to go with my best wrestling shirt, and I'm going to look really nice. I'm going tomorrow, and I'll be there on Sunday. So
this is NXT.
Yeah, NXT, which is the third brand under the WWE umbrella. They do Raw and SmackDown. They also have NXT Wednesday night. You playing that?
So I think it's going to be a spectacular night. As usual, we will have a pre-show leading into that. We will have a special guest as part of the kickoff show this week with Brandon Walker from Barstool Sports coming in to be a part of that. Very excited to have Brandon in, and give a different perspective on this and get his take on it. And I look forward to being able to do more of that in the future and really get different perspectives and point of view leading into these shows and analysis of what's happening and where it's going.
All right. That bell's very loud at the end of that. That's Triple H saying my name. That's crazy.
That's fucking awesome.
I mean, that's incredible. And Brad, you've been a lifelong wrestling fan. I mean, I'm trying to imagine in my head, I guess if like the Widespread Panic guys said my name, I'd go nuts like that. I mean, that's got to be a huge moment for you, Brandon. Congratulations.
Yeah, no, it really was. It was cool. Of course, with Barstool, you can't really stop and say, "Oh, it's cool he said my name," because now I got to go down there and be on the show. So this is going to be the start of something hopefully gigantic. I started that podcast 2 months ago. So it's been pretty, but that's not the strength of me. That's just the strength of Barstool. That shows you how well renowned Barstool is. It could just take me and nobody off the street, and I could be on an NXT pre-show in 2 months.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts.
That Royal Rumble night. I mean, y'all doubled y'all subscribers the night of the Royal Rumble, right?
Yeah, it was big. And then we got WrestleMania coming up. So hopefully things go good. And of course, this Sunday, I'll be there. So hopefully we'll have a good night on subscribers there as well.
I got one NXT question real quick before we move on. For people like me, they're like, I'm an old school wrestling fan, but I don't follow it as much anymore. I hear NXT's all the young talent. Can you explain, like, to people that may have not seen NXT what it is?
So NXT started as their developmental, like their minor leagues. It started that way, and they would a lot of the guys who are famous now, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, who is now in another company, they started down there. The Wyatt family started in NXT, and they worked their way up. In fact, most of their roster now has worked their way up from NXT to Raw or SmackDown. But NXT over the last few years, the quality was so consistently great, and it was so awesome that it built up its own core audience and niche audience. You got people that watch NXT now that don't watch Raw or SmackDown. So NXT kind of has its own audience, and now they've got to where they do develop stars and send them on to Raw and SmackDown, but sometimes they keep them. Like Adam Cole has been there for 4 years. Several guys have been there for 4 years. Finn Balor was the first Universal Champion for WWE. Now he's the NXT champion. So you got a lot of guys who have settled in NXT. Edge will, in fact, be at this show. He might challenge the NXT champion. So NXT is the most consistently dependable form of wrestling content in the world. Every single takeover is good. Their takeover is their monthly special or their bi-monthly special. And it is NXT takeovers are the most consistently, dependably awesome shows in wrestling. And it's been that way since 2014. If you like old school wrestling, you're going to get a feel of it here because NXT feels like old school. It is booked that way. It has the storylines that way. And Triple H, it is his baby. So Triple H, the icon from our youth, is heavily involved. Shawn Michaels also very heavily involved.
Wow, okay. I'm going to check it out, just following this. I hadn't seen it yet. I've heard a lot about it. Just you being a part of it, I'm looking forward to checking this out.
Yeah, no, thank you for teeing that up as well because I appreciate the opportunity to talk about that. It's going to be a big deal for me, and I can't wait to get down there and see what it's all about. All right.
There's no fans?
They're like some fans. I think there'll be a couple hundred fans in there. WWE has built like a wrestling center there to where it's not really an arena. It's there'll be fans standing around there. It's an interesting setup. What are you looking for? A charger for what? Phone? Yeah. Okay. Well, I think you can take this one right here. I think this fits. Well, if you walk around.
We're looking for winning basketball picks, but
yeah, I thought that's what my wife was looking for. Okay, so by the way, before we go any further, Mitzi, what do you think about J.J. Watt?
I think he's headed. Man, I feel good that he's getting out of Houston because he deserves, after 10 years there, to go play on a contender and have a chance at a Super Bowl. I mean, all signs to me, he fits as a 3-4 DN, not edge rusher in Pittsburgh to join his brothers. Like, he could still be a 3-4, one of those front three linemen to eat space, be good against the run, and take up blockers. So TJ can run free. I feel like I see him as a Steeler.
Yeah, Steeler makes a lot of sense. How often does a guy end up with the team where it makes the most sense? Like right when he gets released. Like Deshaun Watson, when it was noted that he was going to be traded, I think Jets, Dolphins, and the likelihood he's going to be a Bear or he's going to be a Lion, something, not a Lion because they got a guy, but
Definitely not a Bear too. They're too dumb for that.
Yeah, they're in the Carson Wentz sweepstakes by themselves.
They're currently bidding against no one.
They're sitting by the lottery machine hoping it comes up Bears when every ping pong ball says Bears.
The only Colts would be looking at him.
Colts,
Minty, was there anything in that cup right there?
Just at the end of some coffee. Trying to get every last drop out of it.
What's just that? I didn't notice it.
He saw I drank some empty coffee and just making fun of me.
All right. Before we get to the picks, I want to talk about Marty's favorite brand of clothing, my favorite brand of clothing, Cuts Clothing. They are somebody that makes Marty look very, very good. They got some of the nicest T-shirts in the games. They got everything. Are you wearing Cuts Clothing right now? That hoodie?
This is a Cuts Clothing hoodie. It's fucking awesome.
That is a great looking hoodie. In fact, I've been trying to make fun of you at every turn. Your hat's ridiculous, but you look good everywhere else.
It fits like form fitting too. I'm gonna get some more from here because this. And then let me tell you something about Cuts too. The presentation when it comes to your place is fucking. It's very classy.
Try to cuss as much as you can in these ads, Marty. It's appreciated.
I didn't even realize I cussed.
How's it come to your like the box is nice?
Yeah, the box is nice. It's just it's so many boxes. I love it.
So they got great hoodies, they got great sweatshirts, they got great T-shirts. It fits and it feels unlike anything you've ever worn. It is the most comfortable T-shirt you could possibly have. Go to cutsclothing.com/picks. Cutsclothing.com/picks. 15% off your first order there. Cutsclothing.com/picks. Check them out. You can look like Marty Musch or you can look good. So either way, cutsclothing.com/picks. Check it out. All right. So we have a huge college basketball slate this weekend. Villanova against Creighton, number 5 against 19. Looks like we've lost Texas Tech Baylor to cancellation. Is that for sure, Marty?
Yeah, it's pretty much for sure.
Because I've been doing the shows. I haven't been able to look. North Carolina, Virginia, Louisville, Virginia Tech, Oklahoma, West Virginia, Iowa, Michigan State. Pretty standard slate, but still, as we get towards this tournament next month, we're getting down to the time for these teams to separate themselves.
Loyola Chicago Drake is a hell of a matchup.
That's what I was going to say. That's going to be a very if you're not like a actual college basketball fan, if you're just like the avid watcher, like you're not going to really watch that game. Loyola Chicago Drake is going to be a fucking beauty of a game.
So is Drake still undefeated?
No, they're 19-1, and Chicago is they're ranked now 22. So
I just good for Sister Jean for still kicking. By the way,
we went over this. It's kind of some bullshit how much she charges on Cameo.
What was how much was it? $350? It was a lot, wasn't it?
I forget exactly. I mean, it was I think it was around $250.
I'm telling you, that Vatican, man, they got to have those nice paintings up there for the Pope. Those Catholics, they get you with like tuition. They get you with all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, they'll get you with the fees. But yeah, Loyola Chicago Drake. Where's that at? Is that going to be at Drake or Loyola Chicago?
It's at Drake.
Okay, so
Drake going to be an unranked favorite in that game over the ranked team.
150, bro.
150. Marty, this is not to make fun of you because I think I know it, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm 80% sure. What state is Drake in?
No idea.
Iowa, right? I think it's in Iowa.
I think it's Iowa.
Yeah. I'm almost certain Drake is in Iowa. Like those mid-majors, man, like Creighton, I know it's in Omaha, Nebraska, but some of them will just sneak up on you. Bradley, I think Bradley's in Illinois.
Couldn't tell you.
That Indiana, Illinois, Missouri, there's a bunch in that whole area in that Missouri Valley.
Yeah, I'm almost certain Drake's in Iowa, though.
I know this is going to – you guys probably talk about on the Yak.
Let me say this real quick. I want to get Rico's line in here. Drake, fantastic rapper, great basketball team. I think that's right.
That's exactly it. Did you watch the trivia?
So I haven't watched it yet. I was aware of it. The second it ended, I got texts and calls from 4 of the principals involved in it, both the host and a couple of members of the other team. That was as thorough an ass whipping as we have seen on The Dozen, hosted by Jeff D. Lowe. A phenomenal show on Barstool Sports that also includes me.
I'm gonna have to go watch this one. I hadn't seen it yet.
It's first of all, KB needs to be in some competition of geography.
KB needs to be institutionalized.
What he was doing, once you guys watch it, they like put flags and like I've never seen these flags before. I know I'm not the greatest example, but like what he was pulling out of his ass, wasn't pulling out of his ass. He knew it right away. Yeah. And Jeff was nowhere to be, like, wasn't even close to KB in this. It was pretty bad.
So the way it came up was Big Man on Campus, Jeff Nadeau, has been challenging. He's been challenging a lot of people, but he's been challenging KB No Swag to a geography off and saying, "I know just as much as you." So this dozen had 4 geography questions. Usually, it only has 1. Had 4 geography questions, and KB went bang, 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 bang. Final score 17-4, and I don't think that's a spoiler. It's a day and a half late, so I apologize if you're watching this. But if you're watching Pick Central, you're a big enough Barstool fan where you probably already watched The Dozen. So just relax on that. It's not a spoiler. You should have watched it already. But 17-4, and Jeff Nadeau got pantsed by KB.
It was tough. It was a tough showing. You can't just get 4 points when you're like challenging people nonstop. You know,
like you give KB a pep talk. Marty can get 4 points.
Yeah, I'm on the record saying I'm playing Monday. I'll probably get 0 questions right.
And so Monday night, The Dozen, it is actually it comes out Tuesday. We're recording Monday night. The Dozen is Brandon Walker and PFT, the experts, against Marty Musch, Terrence Ross, and Evan Longoria.
Wow.
It's just
I'll be watching that one.
I just don't know how it's gonna go.
Have you talked to those two again?
I talked to Terrence yesterday. I haven't talked to Evan yet.
Now, you and Terrence are basically you're just friends.
Yes.
You and Evan Longoria, though, y'all are just acquaintances, right?
I text him probably like the second most. That's why I asked him. I text him third most. Hardy was going to be the next person, but no, Evan Longoria, he's becoming more of a friend.
What about? I still don't understand this Hardy thing.
Why?
He's a famous musician who wears Mississippi State gear, who went to Mississippi State, and he will not follow me on Twitter. And I'm not following him first. I'm Brandon Walker. I got more followers than he does. But he doesn't know who I am. That bothers me. He should know who I am.
Let me tell you, he's not even like a Barstool. Like, he likes Barstool. He's just not a Barstool like fan. And he's another person that's just like, I'm going to Nashville in April.
So I got to tell you guys, the other night I was just sitting in my basement and I watched YouTube, and I decided I haven't listened to a new country or new music since about 2005. So I said, you know what? I'm going to see what's going on with new country. I pulled up the 2020 Billboard Top 100, listened to the top 10. Hardy was in there. It was okay. Hardy was in there, and then there was a couple of girls. There was a couple of girls at the top. They were pretty good. Maren Morris and then somebody else, Abby something or other.
What was Hardy's one beer?
One beer, yeah. And it was. I didn't love it. I didn't love it. I heard a Morgan Wallen song for the first time, which I'm a week late in actually listening to him because I think it's too late to start.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know that I like. There was an Old Dominion song that I liked. I don't know who Old Dominion is, but I like their song.
Oh yeah, Morgan Wallen's. He's struggling right now.
Had a good run.
Feel bad, not good.
Yeah, it's not good for anybody. But so I listened to, and it was fine. All the songs sounded the same, except for that one girl's Gabby or Abby, Gabby or something. Abby, I don't know.
Why don't you
hope was the name of the song. The song was basically, I hope you meet a girl, and I hope she's fun, and I hope she does this, and I hope she goes down on you in the theater. I hope she does everything, and then I hope she cheats on you.
What?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
That's sick.
Yeah, she was vindictive. I liked it.
And what about, would you ever listen to like the top 20 pop songs?
We all do content. I think a good piece of content would just be me listening to the top 20 songs of 2020 because I wouldn't know any of them.
I think it'd be funny if I wouldn't either.
Have you guys heard the new one? No. It's called Driver's License.
No, I haven't heard a new song in 14 years.
That's insane.
There's some songs that came out during that time that got
do your kids listen to anything?
My kid, the one that listens to music, pretty much listens to '90s music because that's all I ride around and listen to.
That's true. That makes sense.
All right, picks. I got 5 picks today, and then we will. You follow along to Twitter tomorrow at Pick Central. We'll have our cards for Saturday and Sunday up. We got to figure out as we go along how we're going to do weekends because we need to be giving away weekends on Friday. It's just so hard.
No, yeah, so many. Saturday's like 4 days of games. There's so many damn games.
All right, I got. Let's see. We have anybody here? We don't have number 1, who's Rico Bosco. We don't have number 2, who's Big Ev. Starting at number 3, who is Marty Musch. He can go first.
Yes, I only have. I told you yesterday I pushed on here, but I actually won because I bet it later in the day. Illinois minus 14.5 and Clemson minus 3.5. I'm only a little bit scared of Illinois because I know how bad Nebraska is. It is home at Nebraska, and Illinois plays down to their fucking competition every time. So, but I'm going with Illinois. Hopefully, they just keep staying hot.
Good Lord, my fictional draft pick tweet has 178 quote tweets. I tweeted it an hour ago.
What'd you tweet?
If you had the number 1 pick in the draft entirely comprised of players from football movies, who do you go with?
Let me tell you something. People love to do like drafts or like fucking lists. They just love
and trivia.
I love it. We should draft a list of trivia one day. Or list our favorite trivia drafts.
I think Joey Molinaro does a list every day now.
Yeah, which he got upset at people last night that got upset at his Outcast list. But I could have told him that you can't mess with Outcast. You can't just say a hit for Outcast because the deep track people are coming.
Yeah, no, music fans are insane for their people.
Music Twitter is awful. But, every time we say that, we say this Twitter is awful. Every Twitter is awful.
There's not one fun Twitter.
There's not a fun Twitter.
Glenny got into barbecue Twitter. He said it was one of the worst things in the world.
Barbecue Twitter is awful.
Gambling Twitter is rough too sometimes. Well, you keep giving picks like we have, it's definitely going to be rough. But
any food Twitter's bad. It's
every Twitter. Gambling's bad because you could go 90-0 and people would be like, "Oh, you're still the worst gambler when you lose one."
All right, so my picks: Robert Morris minus 1.5 against Oakland. Robert Morris is 3-11, and they should not be favored over anybody, but they're 1.5 point favorites. That's what I'm going with. Clemson minus 3.5 against Georgia Tech. Knicks minus 3.5 against the Wizards. Hawks Spurs over 226. Mavs minus 3 over the Pelicans. Mincy, please don't sneeze again while I'm doing my thing.
That wasn't me.
Mush, please don't sneeze while I'm doing this.
Yep, of course.
Mavs minus 3 over the Pelicans. Those are my 5 picks. And we'll let Mincy go, but TJ, do we have Rico or Big Ev's card? So very quick, Cleveland State minus 2.5, Winthrop minus 6, and Knicks minus 3.5. And for Big Ev, Georgia Tech plus 4, Winthrop minus 5.5, Campbell minus 3.5, and Hawaii plus 5.5. Ben Mintz, go.
I've got Temple plus 6. I'm rocking my Louisiana Tech mask today. I got them minus 1 against UAB tonight at home and Andy Kennedy. Gardner Webb by 4. St. Bonnie plus 2.5. Middle Tennessee plus 17. Illinois Chicago minus 3. Cleveland State minus 3. Dixie State, that's actually in Utah. Who knew that? For a school named Dixie, plus 9.5. And in the NBA, the Wizards, 2.5 point home dog, and Boston by 8 over Detroit. I'm going. What I've been doing hadn't been working, so we're going big cat high volume for the time being, trying something different.
So you went 5-5 the last 2
nights. 5-5 2 nights ago, 3-3 last night. So the long and winding road to mediocrity.
Yeah, but I mean, if you put 10 picks out and it was 16 picks in 2 days and you win half of them, that's a winning day.
It feels that way, honestly, as bad as it sounds. But yeah. But also, we've got some new props. I'm going to be putting out in the Barstool Sports book that are going to be Pelican and Zion related. Some videos coming with that later. Shout out Star Pen Gaming guys for working with me on that.
So do you hate my Mavs pick minus 3 over Pelicans?
No, I don't hate it. The Pelicans still aren't consistent on the road, being young. I mean, I feel like it's a game that could go either way, but I don't blame you. I don't love the Pels tonight. The thing with the Pelicans, though, when Lonzo Ball shoots well, they're good because Zion and Ingram are damn good, but the guard plays like hit and miss. They're hitting shots they can win.
I just realized something. Marty, I don't know why you didn't point it out. I look phenomenal today. My hair looks good. My hair is just wavy and nice. And then I got the Roddy Piper shirt. How come you wouldn't tell me, Marty?
No, yeah, that's my bad. My bad I didn't bring that up.
It's okay. It's all right. Just next time, if you could.
Remember to like and subscribe to Barstool Sportsbook YouTube channel.
Heck yeah. Brandon, have a good trip to Florida, man. I'm looking forward to following this.
Yeah. Thank you, Nancy. I appreciate it. Well, it's going to be a big weekend for me. Big week for Pick Central, too. So thank you for following along with us as we struggle with not being in the office. But Tuesday, not Monday. We won't be back Monday. It's President's Day. We'll be back Tuesday in the office. Pick Central. Thank you for watching.